Executable step number 4, making offers. By far the number one most important step that you can do outside of finding the deal. Most important step. Here's why. I couldn't tell you how many times I've heard people, oh, Chris, I've been in real estate for 3 months. I can't get a deal. Nothing's happening. And I said, well, how many offers have you made? Well, I haven't made any offers. If you never make an offer, you're never going to get the deal. And not every offer is going to be accepted, and you need to know that up front. And you're going to get more no's than you're going to get yeses, but it's the yeses that make you rich. Okay, it's not the no's. I always said to myself, every single no that I get, I'm one step closer to someone saying yes. And I think it's how we look at it. It's just viewing it in a positive way. Now, in order to make an offer, we need to run what's called comparable sales. What have other homes sold for that are similar in the area? So a couple of ways to do that is, obviously, if you're an REIPro subscriber, we do have comps and MLS comps in all 50 states. That's going to be the easiest and fastest way to get comparable sales. Other than that, you're going to have to use a realtor to do that. But we have to get the comparable sales down. And if you're an REIPro subscriber, make sure that you go through the training videos in REIPro on how to run comparable sales. It's going to make the world of difference. Now, don't think you have to be perfect to the penny. I mean, we didn't even run comps in the beginning. We were like, I don't know, what do you think it's worth? And I'm like, I don't know, 40 grand. And maybe 30 grand. It was always a guessing game. But I think the more you understand your marketplace, and you're going to understand what things are going to start to sell for. Okay, so definitely get the comps. Next, you're going to go through our cash offer formula sheet. So definitely print this out, do it manually. If you're an REIPro subscriber, we automatically do that for you. But this offer formula has been, it took 7 years to build this offer formula. It is 100% mathematically perfect. It's not this crazy offer formula that you hear out there. You know, take the ARV minus this, divide by 2, add in 10%, and so forth. So you definitely want to follow this cash offer formula. 65% of the ARV. So when you go through this formula and your number is more than 65% of what the ARV is, I want you to lower the offer to 65%. All wholesale offers should always be less than 65%. Now, when you go through the formula and it says, oh, it's 42% of the ARV, that's fine. It's just whatever that number comes out to. So we're going to start with what it's worth, and then we're going to deduct all the potential expenses and potential profits to give us the offer we need to submit to the seller. Okay, so that's a very important offer sheet. And that's why I always say this is the most important step, not only just to calculate the offer correctly, but to actually make the offer. Okay, numbers don't lie. I see so many people, they fall in love with houses. You should be falling in love with numbers. And when that number shoots there at this certain number, that's the truth. That's the hardcore number mathematically, financially, and that's the offer that you need to submit, okay? Now, how do we actually present offers? Well, there's a couple of different ways, and again, depending on the situation of the seller, I'd prefer that you do it in person. It gives the seller the opportunity to ask you questions, okay? And that gives you the ability to answer those questions, which ultimately is going to help build more trust, okay? But what happens if it's an out-of-state owner? Obviously, you could do it over the phone, you could do it by email, but always make sure that you write your numbers down. If it's an out-of-state owner, email the offer, okay? So REIPro subscribers, we already have the offer worded and set in a way that is going to help you 99% of the time. So definitely, if you're an REIPro subscriber, all you have to do is fill out the formula in Cash 4 or a Step 4, and then hit print, and then you could email it. You could take it with you to the property, and don't act like you have to get the deal, right? So I just want, hey, you know, here's the numbers based on the total expenses. Here's what I think it's going to be worth based on comparable sales that are in this area. And at the end of the day, I know it may not be what you're looking for, but for me to buy this quickly I have to get it at this number. I hope you understand. So, and it's not a big deal to you. Make it easy for you to walk away. I see so many investors, they just pound and pound this. Oh, no, you got to take the offer. And then they get upset and then they have an attitude and the conversation goes downhill. As soon as you act like you're going to walk away, that's usually when they're like, okay, hold on. Maybe I could go this number. So keep that in mind when you're presenting offers. And I know if you're just getting started, this is kind of nerve-wracking. You're going to be a little bit nervous doing it, but don't act nervous. It's okay. Always look at this business as if they don't take my offer, I'll find another property. You got to have that positive mindset.